am Tomike Adeoye, YouTube vlogger, an entrepreneur, an actor, and a brand influencer, and I am still discovering myself.
I counted 7 when you said that.
No,
I did actually. You made 2 1. So I counted it individually so we don't get confused. But anyway, my name is Della Michelle. I am a broadcast journalist and entrepreneur. I love my job, and what it has taught me is that I get to represent the minority in my community, especially people who are not able to voice out what they really want when it comes to seeking justice and help. So for me, journalism is being the voice of the voiceless.
Awesome. To those of us who are still discovering ourselves, to the doers, the game changers, the go-getters, the ceiling crashers, the trailblazers, and to every single person across Africa who has defied all odds to change the face of Nigeria.
And of Africa.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Live on Rubbing Minds on Channel Television. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Future Awards 2020 Nominees Unveiling.
And we are here to host this beautiful show to show you the best of Africa. All the way from Ghana, I'm here in Nigeria to celebrate young Africans who will be nominated in the 20 categories in the 15th edition of the Future Awards Africa.
And all the way from my humble abode right here in Lagos, Nigeria, I'm here to celebrate these young individuals.
Interesting. A quick one. You were nominated in 2018. What was the experience like? And just tell me, between you and I, do you think you should have won?
Between you and I, do you see how many cameras are around us?
Forget them.
Okay.
It's still between you and I.
Okay. All the way from Ghana to Costa Rica in Lagos, Nigeria.
I love Lagos. I love Lagos.
Okay.
You know, so do you think you should have won?
I think so.
Really?
Of course, if I don't blow my trumpet, who will?
All right, so but tell us, how was the experience like?
It was a very good experience. I mean, it was very good to even be nominated because every nominee is a winner. For you to even get to that point in time where you're nominated in a category in the Future Award, I think it was really incredible. People celebrated me like I was a winner, and it felt so good to see. So, yes, I really wanted to win, but I'm the kind of person that awards do not define my success. So it was painful. I think I cried.
Oh, you did?
Of course.
Go
when
you.
you dress up, I went with my boyfriend.
Tell me about it.
My boyfriend, who is now my husband, I went with my mom, and then we're waiting to hear the winner. But thankfully, it was a sister of mine in the industry that won. So
Great.
It was kept in the family.
Yeah, but still, congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you. Thank you very much. At last,
last
now one person go wins.
But I think that it's very important as journalists to, and even as Africa, to document our progress, especially when it comes to doing what we do as Africans, putting ourselves out there, the businesses that we do, our culture, how we've progressed over the years. It's just beautiful that we get to showcase that. And I think that the Future Awards Africa does exactly that.
The 2020 edition of the Future Award Africa started on a high note as it kicked off with a virtual tour across the continent, speaking with alumni from Zimbabwe, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, and many more.
The season hosts the gorgeous Vimbai and the Worry Boy in Transit Timisan as they had a wonderful virtual discussion with the nominees across Africa. To catch up on that, you can follow us on Instagram at the Future Awards Africa. And not just that, you also get updates as to what we have for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the east to west, north to south of Africa, something exciting is happening. It's huge, it's crazy, it's absurd. It's young ones saying no to the old order and yes to the new order. It is the, what did you want to say?
Wow, wait,
what age is it?
The new age?
No, the age of revolution.
Oh, true. Right. But it's still, okay, so we add the new to the revolution.
Yes, the age of the revolution.
And we're bringing you 100 young African men and women who have made that change and made an impact with it. There are the nominees for the Future Awards Africa 2020.
And that's on that. Period.
So let's move on to a very important category, and to help us do that is the incredible, multi-talented, affable young lady who has taken up multiple fights to make Africa a better place. Drum roll, please.
Please welcome Oluwaseun Ayodeji Oshowobi.
Welcome. You look gorgeous.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here.
Wow. We're honored to have you. So I wanted to find out first, you've taken multiple fights. Is it Kung Fu, which one fight?
I wish.
Yeah.
But I've taken more important fights,
Okay.
which is for women's rights, safety in public and private settings. My core is basically advocating to end sexual and gender-based violence, but importantly ensuring that survivors are not silenced, they are able to get support, and the support is not to re-traumatize them, but survivor-centered.
Well, so what actually informed this particular fight that you went in for?
Like every other fight, it's personal. It comes from a place of pain and a place demanding for change. So I started this fight based on my own experience, not being able to get, adequate support. So I thought, as against just complaining, what can I do to make it different? And then I started.
So what are your thoughts on the age of revolution? The tagline, their time is up, ours is now. What do you think about it?
Young people have been leading revolutions for years now, and I definitely agree, but I think it's important to also acknowledge the times of those who were before us, because their struggles and their fights have led us to where we are. So we are now taking the baton forward, ensuring that the advocacy doesn't die. We're creating, the new future. We're shaping narratives. We are shaping our future, for lack of a better word. So I definitely agree that young people from 21 to 27, 29, 30, depending on on the country or the context, they are doing amazing work. And I can speak for Nigeria, for example. We have so many young people in Nigeria and Africa that are leading, change in economics, in politics, in advocacy, in health. They're innovating, they're not stopping. So I really, really love the theme for the year.
Just to chip in Ghana as well. You kept looking at her when you were saying that.
Pronounce her name. No, pronounce her name.
Your name is a very beautiful name.
Pronounce.
Most people will not understand. So let me just give the meaning.
No, we don't want the meaning. We know the meaning. Pronounce her name.
Wow.
You say she's not saying Ghana.
Ayodeji Showobi.
She tried. She actually tried.
Good job. But you were part of TFAA in 2017.
Yes.
How was that experience for you?
It was a great experience because I think that was my first national award.
Wow.
Yeah, and it came at a time when I had, so many doubts about what I was doing, if I was, really making the change. I could see it, but sometimes self-doubt always comes in, and you're asking yourself, am I doing enough? Am I making that change? And so for me to get that award for advocacy that year was like reaffirmation of the work I was doing, that people can see it, they can feel the impact, and it's just encouraging, for you to keep going forward. And that has stemmed me to do so much more, and here I am today. So
incredible.
yeah.
Time is now.
Yes, time is now, and we are so proud of you. But on a lighter note, I'll ask you a very quick question.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Sure.
100%.
100.
Is she ready?
She looks very ready.
Okay.
I'm even scared for her, actually.
So who won the Future Award Africa Prize for acting the very year you won your Future Award?
That was Sambisa and Zeribe.
You Googled it. You Googled everything before you came on this show.
I have to know it.
Oh, that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So over to you to announce the next category.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Leading Conversations. This award is presented to a young person who is constantly driving positive conversations and shaping the culture. Here are your nominees.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Leading Conversations. Daniel Orubo, Jola Oluwa Ayeye, and Feyikemi Abudu.
Damilola Odufuwa.
Vincent Desmond, Ebele Molua, Matthew Blaze Wanzaku.
Olutimei Adegbeya.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Activism. This award recognizes individual advocacy contribution to ensuring that their work influences decisions in social, economic, political, and institutional places for the development of their countries in their chosen causes. Here are your nominees.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Activism. Hassana Maina, Hajara Kabir Abdul Fattah, Wilson Atumei, Richard Akuson, Kelechuku Wanchukulaki.
Adenike Titilope Oladosu. Aroro Odibo.
Ladies and gentlemen, in commemoration of International Youth Day, the Future Awards Africa Prize for
Community action.
These young men and women have taken the phrase giving back to the community to a whole new level.
Let's meet our nominees.
The Future Award Africa Prize for Community Action. Ellen Chilemba, Malawi. Derek Omari, Ghana. Nelson Kwaje, South Sudan. Sheyi Aragbada, Nigeria. Anyao Joseph, Nigeria. Trevor Ohahile, Botswana. Unjeri Gateru, Kenya. David Avido, Kenya. Ayodeji Alonge, Nigeria. Samira Isa Madibo, Nigeria.
There you have it, the nominees for the Future Award Africa Prize for Community Action. We'll be right back after the break to talk about the other categories.
This is the Future Awards Africa Prize for Content Creation.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Content Creation. Akpaokagi Taoma Miriam. Dimma Ume. Babatunde Ikorodu Boys Sani. Salem King Ibrahim. Tomike Adeoye. Winifred Zilius Foods Emmanuel.
Debo Mr. Macaroni Adebayo.
To unveil the next set of nominees is the Vice Chair, the Future Project, Olumide Makonjola. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
How tasking is your position? I genuinely want to know.
I mean, I think just like every other thing you do, that as an individual within a corporate space or an organization, you have to be responsible for something or the other. I don't think it's as taxing as the people have to do the work as almost every other day. But the fact that you are kind of connected to the organization, you also have to be responsible for the things that they do, and because of that, you want to ensure that what they represent, what they do, is aligning with what you also represent, and I think that's where the real work is.
Yeah.
And what about the process of selection? Take us through that one as well.
I mean, I think year to year, our process of selection gets, even much more, more comprehensive. We're adding more layers every year. We're including more people. I mean, you have the nomination process, you have the independent audit committee, you have the independent, judge, you have the review. There are about 3 layers, before we arrive at the winner. But also, this year, one of the things we've also done is to add more people in the review, more new voices, more new faces, to ensure that there's some kind of diversity and more inclusion of different voices represented within that review process.
So tell us what the TFAA is doing for young people to make sure that they are participating in such opportunities like this.
I mean, I think one of the things most people oftentimes know about is the award ceremony itself, but there are other things, away from the award ceremony. Before the award, there's a lot of town hall meeting that usually happen. Of course, this year, unfortunately, Corona has Corona all of us, so we can't have that. But there's a lot of engagement, training, opportunity, mentorship, connecting, younger people to other, successful older mentees that can support the process for them. There's a lot of work around ensuring that people also have access to opportunity, whether within the Future Award organization itself or outside of the Future Project itself.
That's incredible. Yeah. And I think the young people out there should follow the Future Awards Africa on Instagram, and you get to find out how you can actually enroll and participate in this. We all need to be mentored. Yeah.
And not just on the award, there are other things they can participate in actually.
Okay.
So even if you don't get nominated for an award, there are other opportunities that you can participate in. You can host a town hall, in your own locality, and yeah.
Awesome.
And to unveil the next set of nominees, Olumide, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Let's do this.
The nominees for the Future Award Africa Prize for Governance are
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Governance. Olumide Alonge, Jude Feromi.
Oluwaseun Timidayo Fakorede. Cephas Diako Ashwa. Alex Adekunle James. Joanna Kolo. Adebusayo Olateru Olagbegi.
the nominees for the Future Award Africa Prize for Health and Wellness are
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Health and Wellness. Elizabeth Ita. Amanda Iheme, Nanawa Kolawole,
Victor Ugo, Daniel Faliti, Choma Wakama.
It's hard for entrepreneurs all over the world. It's harder for young entrepreneurs who run the risk of not being taken seriously, and much harder for young Nigerian entrepreneurs. The stakes are stacked against you. The odds are not running in your favor. But through this, a few young Nigerian entrepreneurs have been able to build empires, rake in millions, and contribute massively to the economic development of the country. The Future Awards Africa Prize for Entrepreneurship. This award is conferred to an entrepreneur who has been able to grow and lead a business or private enterprise to a measurable amount of success through extraordinary vision, leadership, and commitment to innovation in the year in view. Here are the nominees.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Entrepreneurship. Akomolafe Henrich Bankole, Ogechukwu Alexis Oba, Fejiro Anu Agboje, Barbara Okereke, Adetola Nola, Tracy Bata,
Penel Bello.
You know what they say, it's not all heroes that wear capes. Well, this year, the Future Awards Africa is awarding lawyers who, through sweat, have worked to make the legal system a better one.
They rock in robes. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, they do.
They rock in robes and serve lady justice with panache.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Future Awards Africa Prize for Lawyers. Here are your nominees.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Lawyers. Abdulateef Olashubomi Abdul, Caleb Adebayo, Damilola Wright, Georgette Munu, Oluwaseun Ayonshola, Efemena Iluezi Ogbaudu, Adekunle Charles Olani.
Ladies and gentlemen of Stan Great, good morning, sir. You're welcome to the Nominees Unveiling of TFAA. Joining us is the Oga of the Ogas at the top.
I like the way you say the Ogas of the Ogas at the
The
top.
Oga of the Ogas at the top.
So let me continue by saying he's no other person than the chairman of the Working Central Committee. Now, wait for it. Bukunyi Olatu.
Della, say no more. Whoa, what?
I said it.
What
now.
did you call?
Hello, sir.
It's not.
You're
Did you
welcome.
come here?
You just murdered my name. Doctor.
See, you know, the truth is that I've been rehearsing your name a week now.
Wow.
You know. But I knew I was going to get the Bukunyi right. Is there
Olateru Olagbegi.
Olagbegi.
Yeah.
Very nice name. So
Thanks,
Bukunyi Olateru Olagbegi.
Welcome to
Konyi,
Nigeria.
Olateru, Olagbegi.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Wow.
Yeah.
I'll take the Bukunyi when I'm going.
Thank you.
So it's good to have you, as
Thank you.
Tomike said. First of all, let's pick your thoughts about people, especially the young ones, our culture that is changing, creating a very innovative culture where young people are taking a lot of leadership roles. What do you make of that?
I think it's a great development. When the Future Awards started, we weren't having that, and that was one of the reasons why the Future Awards was set up, to shine positive light on young Nigerians and young Africans who are and who can do great things in the society. So it's a very welcome development. Even in terms of governance, last year the Not Too Young to Run bill was passed, and then we saw a lot of young people come out and show interest in politics, in being voted for, and wanting to vote. So we hope it will really get better, because there's more to be done in that sector.
Times have changed, if we must acknowledge that fact. COVID came and every single thing changed. ASU strike, and the younger generation is struggling to find the balance and adjust to the new norm. But how would you encourage them to find this balance?
ASU has been striking before COVID, but
But having ASU and COVID is a bad combination.
well, most importantly, we must know that it's strain times, like you said,
Yes.
and the world is fighting a battle. So people don't go to school during times like this. However, that does not mean that you cannot learn. But it makes us think to how many people have access to online learning and the internet and stuff like that. We can't just say because we're sitting at home we need to be idle. So those who have access to computers, internet and stuff like that, it's time for you to educate yourself. There's a lot of courses online. There's a lot of things to learn online. For those who have businesses, try and find ways to move your store, your office or your market online so you have less physical interaction.
Very true.
So those who have been, marketing with their websites on Twitter, on Instagram and whatnot, you can see that they are enjoying
Exactly.
the extracurricular activities, which is the positive use of media.
Social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Are you ready for your quiz?
Yes, I suppose.
You suppose?
Oh yeah, you're very ready. You're very ready. Yeah.
Always
You
ready.
want me to chair you?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. I'm a volunteer.
Since inception, how many people have won the Future Awards? How many winners have you had so far?
15 years. In 15 years, we've had 245 winners.
Absolutely correct.
It's good you've just touched on how we can mobilize or use the social media that we have now more effectively, but how can we also be innovative when it comes to governance?
Target specifically Nigeria, I think we need to pay more attention to data.
Okay.
Because there's no innovation that can be informed without some form of accurate data. In this country, I don't know the last time we did a census. I don't know the last time. So if you're going to tailor solutions to people, you must know exactly what their problem is, their demographic and things like that. So the first step is data. Our innovation has to be data-driven. Yeah.
Interesting. So are you ready to unveil our next set of nominees?
Yes, I am.
Over to you.
I'm here to unveil the nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Film. The nominees are
The Future Award Prize for Film, Johnson Awolola, Dafe Oboro, Ademola Falomo, Nora Awolowo, Tami Evo, Dawa Thompson,
TG Omori.
unveiling the nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize in Music. The nominees are
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Music, Divine Rema Ikubo, Adedamola Fireboy Ade Folahon, Florence Kopi Otedola, Zainab Lady Donley, Stanley Omale Didia, Temilade Thames Okbeni, Chike Ezekbeazu Chike Osebuka.
the Future Awards Africa Prize for Art. The nominees are
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Art, Chigozie Obi, Obayomi Anthony Ayodele, Yadichima Ukoha Kalu, Ayogu Kingsley, Tonia Uneji, Anyonfe Olarinde, Fawaz Oyedeji.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey July. This is the Future Awards Africa Prize for Fashion. The nominees are
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Fashion, Destiny Uwadiare, King David, Frank Aguno, Faith Uluwajimi, Fisayo Longe, Daniel Obasi, Taufik Abijako.
Tomike, Africa has diversified.
I
We've
totally
come
agree.
a very long way. We've seen it in the tales, we've seen it in our culture, we've seen it in a lot of things, even in our fashion. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
We're diversified in all of that.
It's just
different
amazing.
cultures, different traditions and all.
Well, that's why this year, the Future Awards Africa has decided to honor diversification. And we had some young people to tell us what diversity means to them. Take a listen.
Diversity in itself, the concept is difference. It means difference.
Diversity means ways that people, navigate life or do things differently in their own space.
To me, it simply means difference. Not minding how people think of how you do things, but you're still happy about how you do it.
Diversity means understanding differences amongst individuals and different races.
Speaking up about being more of an believing more in equality than feminism.
I used to have a very long hair. The notion about people working in corporate spaces, you should have to be on a low cut, dress. Yeah, you have to dress really neat, but I had a very long hair then, so I used to have, back and forth with my direct supervisor.
Model as I am already, you get to hear things like you can't go too far or you can't go far because you're a little bit buffier than normal. You need to be very, very, very skinny to make it big in the market. But then I know there are people out there that still make it big in the market, looking buffy a little. But like, it's not like you are really very big, but just a little bit different from being like the other models, which are very, very skinny, like supermodels. It doesn't mean you can't really make it. So I'm going to like prove to people, because I'm happy the way I am. I love myself, because look at me, of course.
I remember one time I was supposed to perform in a sport, and my teacher came and was like, "You're not performing this sport because it's too hard for you. You're a lady." I didn't like the idea because she felt I couldn't do it because of my gender.
Diversity to me means being different, understanding the strength that lies in being called different, and celebrating all of these safe spaces, whether it be in mental or emotional health, be it in art, be it in human rights, whatever it is, where people see you as being called different, that's where you find your strength in, and that is what I call diversity.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Entrepreneurship. Benjamin Dada, Derek Ikenga, Teva Bedenga, Ejiro Isigbone, Darren Adebayo, Lele Bolde.
Tega Edwin Ajogun.
I'm super excited about this category.
Which is? I think
it's amazing. I'm actually humbled to be a journalist because to tell the story of people, Tomike, is not easy. I mean, you're in media as well. Exactly. You have the opportunity to interview people, you see people, and you be the voice. When you sit on radio, when you sit on television and you talk, it's like you represent what we call the minority, in our society, and it's a big deal, and we do that with so much integrity and honesty.
And I think it's also an emotional roller coaster because you get to feel their stories. There's no how you would tell a story and not feel the story. So I think it is a big deal. Yeah. And which is why the next category is the Future Award Africa Prize for Journalism. The nominees are Della
Michelle.
You wish. The nominees are.
Wow. Yeah, your nominees.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Journalism. Aisha Salaudin, Aneta Felix, Adejumo Kabir, Abdubaki, Aliu Jari, Solomon Elusoji,
Victoria Sanusi,
Anu Adeoye.
I'm super excited about this category, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Well, before that, the Future Awards Africa for Literature seeks to honor young people who have actually written books that is impactful and talks about Africa. They give us the what is now, and what will be. Before I give our nominees, what is your favorite literature?
I'll start with yours.
Oh, I think speeches that change the world. I like that particular literature. Yes, it's a combination of speeches that have been given by great leaders over the years. We've from Hillary Clinton to Barack Obama. I'm not saying Donald Trump, but to Mandela and the likes. Yeah. So I really enjoyed that piece. Yeah.
Great. I think for me, I'd say Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's one of the books I can remember right now.
Yeah.
And I think Danielle Steele is like a great author. Yeah. I love books that she wrote. I used to read them back then. So,
amazing. Yeah. It's very interesting. I also like the book that a very Nigerian author wrote that. I might butcher her name, but
Chimamanda.
Yes. Her books are amazing. Yes. Anytime I read a literature, a piece from her, I'm so proud to be an African because she just tells the story as it is. There's one book that the beginning said, A for apple is actually an American thing. A for you remember?
I remember.
Awesome.
And Purple Hibiscus is one I would never forget from Chimamanda.
True.
You read that too?
I've read that too. Awesome.
Okay, so
can you tell us who our nominees are?
The nominees are
the Future Awards Africa Prize for Literature. Romeo Oriogun, Toby Enyade, Tomi Adeyemi, Logan February, Bemi Aguda, Unamdi Ehirim. Ebenezer Agu.
Tomike, I'm still discovering and I'm still reading more about you. Very interesting. And I know you were a science student.
Wow.
That was your first love, right?
Naramali has changed the way we see science. Or is it Olamide?
Oh!
Okay.
What is it? I'm a science student. That's one. So you no, but it was your first love, if I'm right.
I wouldn't really say first love, but yes, I studied microbiology in the university, but I never got to be a microbiologist.
Wow.
I never practiced. I just went straight from microbiology to media.
Interesting.
How about you?
Well, I studied science in senior high school, and when you're a science student, it's very interesting because everybody expects you to know everything. They come and ask you calculus and, some of the names in biology. It was nice, but then...
It wasn't really for you like that.
Yeah.
It was difficult as well.
I'm telling you, calculus was just like, and then titration, we are like...
I know titration.
I couldn't imagine myself,
doing that for life. So
yeah.
this one is dedicated to our scientists who are doing this for a living and steadily killing it. This is the Future Award Africa Prize for Disruption. The nominees are
the Future Awards Africa Prize for Technology, STEM, Adegoke Olubusi, Tito Ovia, Dimeji Shofowora, Yomo Omorogbe, Boluwaji Alekbaye, Walter Isoko, David Oluwatobiloba Adeyemi, Adeni Omotayo, Fred Oyetayo.
Year in, year out, we have an incredible team of people who will ensure that the Future Awards Africa is a memorable event. Now, this year, like they say, the only constant thing in life is change. There are lots of changes. First of which, it's going to be a virtual event, which I am absolutely looking forward to. And secondly, for the very first time ever, the Future Awards Africa 2020 will be a 3-day event.
Three.
Yeah.
Wait, how do they say three in Yoruba?
Meta. That's it.
That's 3.
Yeah. 4.
What? Okay, so meta. 3 days. So if I want to make a sentence.
What is the sentence? Tell me.
3 days.
3 days. Bukola is here for 3 days.
No, the event is for 3 days.
3 days. Event no. Ojo meta ni.
Wow, I like it.
You like what? Say it. You wanted to learn.
In your language as well.
Ometonyo olatani 3 days. That's
no.
what you said, right?
Really? It's 3 in your language.
No, that's what you said. I was just saying.
I said Ojo meta. I didn't say 3 days.
Oh, Ojo meta olanyani 3 days.
Is it Ghanaian or which?
All right. So in my language, get yours straight, right?
Okay.
So in my language, if we're going to say the event is happening in 3 days, we just say for 3 days. We just say that Ejumede esi da miensa.
Ejumede esi da miensa.
Well done. I guess you
welcome me, Bukola.
I'm sure she's
already welcome, Bukola.
She's already welcome.
Okay. She's welcomed already.
Of course. But yes, she is the COO for Red for Africa.
Yeah.
And also she's a coordinator for the project Future Africa. And she is, of course, Bukonla. All right, so first of all, tell us, you mentioned that the event is going to be for 3 days.
Yes.
We have in the virtual aspect, but why 3 days this time around?
First, because it's the Future Festival.
Okay.
And with that, over the years, we've been having pre-events, pre-conference. Last year, we had 3 different conferences a day before the awards. And we're like, okay, why don't we make it bigger this year by making it a 3 days festival? From the day one, we are going to be celebrating 100 heroes who were at the front line during the pandemic. So
that's so thoughtful.
During the pandemic, the Future Project launched an online innovative tool called Beating Corona, where we highlighted individuals, corporate organizations who are willing to support people who are vulnerable during the period, during the pandemic. And then we did that across the 36 states.
Wow.
Yes, so we launched Beating Corona. And then we just thought that, okay, there were a lot of people. I mean, if you look at the database created on Beating Corona, we have over 5,000 people across the country and even outside of Nigeria. People who are willing to just support and then just assist in the little way they can for those who are vulnerable. And we thought, okay, let's celebrate 100 heroes who have led this, just trying to support people during the period of the pandemic, and whose projects or interventions are still ongoing, even because the effects of the pandemic is still very much felt even till now. So we'll be celebrating them on day one, the 100 heroes, and then on day two we'll be having our diversity summit.
Okay.
You agree with me that the issue of diversity was very much in the open even during the pandemic, because everybody was online, and you could see some of the causes, the rape, the issue with rape, police brutality, SARS, and a lot of issues that were spotlighted during this period. So we thought that it would be very, very good for us to lead the conversation, to talk about these issues that we sometimes always try to silence, and then bring in organizations, individuals who are leading in their own way to come out and talk about diversity issues. There is no need for us to be silent anymore. And again, social media has made this very, very open and made it very bare. So yeah, so that's what we'll be doing on day two. Then day three, which is the grand awards. So we are going to be having a virtual awards, as you both already mentioned, and we'll be doing this both on TV and then online, and we are really, really, really excited about it. And with the crop of nominees we've created, because one would think that even during the lockdown, things would stop, but young people are, even in spite of the uncertainties, in spite of the difficulties, in spite of whatever challenges that was around, I mean, young people are still trying to ensure that things in their environment, in the community, in the country, and even in the continent at large, trying to ensure that things are going on well, irrespective of the sector. So, and then we found amazing young nominees who are doing amazing things, and we are looking forward to celebrating them.
It's amazing you mentioned that you're going to award 100, heroes who have actually been on the front line during this time. I feel that this pandemic has brought up a lot of things. We've had a balance. For me, I feel we've had a balance of situations. We've seen the negative, but it's been balanced well with the good. In Ghana, for instance, when we talk about the pandemic now, we don't just talk about the disastrous aspect of it. We talk about the innovative aspect of it. I know it's happening in Nigeria as well. I see a lot of people going onto the social media. I sometimes you have conversations with young people and they say that, oh, now I have the time to do what I wasn't able to do before. And you can clearly tell the difference of what timing can do when you put it out. You're a content, generator, director.
Yeah, I think one of the best things for me during the pandemic was the fact that everybody, switched online, especially clients that would say, oh, come to the office 10 a.m. It was like, meet me on Zoom 10 a.m. tomorrow. It was really cool. Like, you just wear a shirt up and maybe your nightwear under. Okay, welcome everybody. So I think I really love the fact that everybody began to embrace technological advancements. They began to embrace the internet space, and it was a good thing to see. Even the adults, my mom before would say, oh, you didn't go to church today. And I'm like, I watched it online, and she's like, And then pandemic happened, I'm like, hey, mommy, did you watch the service online too?
But it's really interesting. It's really interesting how we've just come to acknowledge that we are living in a technological era, because even though we knew technology existed,
we were first to accept it,
utilize it to the extent that we are seeing right now. We're having online education, where in Ghana it wasn't that of a priority. It was more of the traditional way of teaching and learning, coming to the classroom, seeing the teacher, looking into your eyes, are you paying attention? And you say, yes, sir, no, sir. But now we have a lot of them migrating onto the online. Even after the pandemic, I'm sure that even after the pandemic,
I think this is the new reality.
Exactly, and I think it's actually a wake-up call because people abroad in countries like USA, UK, they've accepted these things very early. Yeah. You have students learning with their laptops and computers, but in this part of the world, it was they were rather skeptical about it, and it was like, oh no, we don't really think that students will learn. And then COVID-19 happened, and everybody had to sit up. So I think it was a really good wake-up call for everybody that we have to.
And just to add to that, and I also remember that even with the Beating Corona platform, because we had it on mobile, you could access it online as well, and people were able to connect themselves to say, okay, this thing is happening in Lokoja. There is relief materials being shared, so I can go online, I can get the number of the person or the email of the person, and then to connect with the person. So it was really very interesting to see that technology advantage is not, it has come to stay and is the new normal now.
And it actually taught us a lot of value, especially family time. There's something that we never think about, because you wake up early in the morning, you have to just rush off to work, you come back late, the family is already in bed. So, did I just rhyme?
Oh,
go to work, come to bed.
You didn't just rhyme.
No, it wasn't a rhyme. All right. I'm very excited about this one. Yeah. Yes. Before you do what you have to do, we have an actor in our midst.
Oh, no.
My very own co-host.
Oh, goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you think you're going back to Ghana?
I'm taking you along.
This is your ticket to Ghana. Okay.
So, you know what? You're a fine actor. Very fine actor.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
But I want you to prove to the rest of the world what I have seen, but I'll still judge you.
Is there Future Award Africa Prize on the line?
Yeah. 30 seconds monologue. Give us 30 seconds monologue. Wait. Is the breath part of it?
What's happening? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Is it your character?
Okay.
I don't even know the character I want to bring up.
Your character.
I was just trying to act, and you were changing every single thing. What exactly is the issue?
That is
all the way from Ghana, and you are messing up on camera. What exactly does that mean? Who you speak to? Can't you see? Because we gave you hair, makeup, and earrings, and a pretty dress, and you think you can talk to us anyhow. Who do you think you are?
So she just used me for act. Very intelligent, actually. Yes, I liked it.
I didn't have any other thing to say.
So you just
fuck you.
It's part of the script. Really good, actually. Really good. I hope you weren't offended for me. So she's done. You're
no,
done.
I'm not done.
You're not done.
I'm just getting started.
Sorry.
I'm not done.
Wait. Am I supposed to also do a monologue
no, you
too?
won't do. You think you're
all right. Okay.
You're fired.
I'm sorry, Ma. I didn't mean to. I just thought that when I come, something must be doing you.
This is not coming. Nice one. So I think
so we're ready for your new.
So it's your turn.
Fully entertained.
No, it's your turn. It's not like entertainment. Yes.
Okay. My name is Vicky. I'm here to present.
No. We didn't ask you to present here.
We didn't say act the presentation.
So you were here watching.
I off my mic.
No, you were watching us act for you. And you said you will not act for us.
No, I'm not acting.
We didn't say act your presentation.
No,
we said
you are not unveiling nominees yet.
Really?
Yes.
What am I doing?
You're acting.
No.
Okay, we're not unveiling. Thank you, Buki, for coming. Have a good day. We'll unveil our nominees.
I think I should. The unveiling is part of the acting.
No.
No, because it's going to lead us into the category. So if you don't lead us, how would we be led?
Lead me on.
What of you?
Sorry.
Buki, we're waiting for your acting. And Africa is waiting for you. Would you let the nation down?
No.
Would you let the continent down? Would you do this for Nigeria?
Yes.
You said no. So I take your answer, your first answer.
Okay, let's just let her go.
Thank you.
Present your presentation.
All right. I'm lost.
You see? Act. We said she should act. She did not act.
She didn't act.
Yeah, we said present. She didn't present.
Okay, to unveil the Future Awards Africa Prize for acting, the nominees are
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Acting: Chimezie Imo, Ruby Akubweze, Toby Bakare, Jemima Osunde, Jidekene Achufusi, Bukumi Oluwashino,
Tomiwa Tigbe.
The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Beauty are
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Beauty: Omolola Sidelme, Bisola Omorega, Ronald Umeka, Iromoseli Aaron Shady Oza, Adefunke Adefule, Doinsola Afolabi, Lydia Stanley Chukudebelu.
Hi, my name is Jide Abiodun. I'm an actor, I'm a media personality, and I'm an entrepreneur. I got to where I am today because of the kindness, mentorship, and support of a few people before me. Every generation needs the mentorship and support of the previous generation to, guide them with the resources to help them blossom. There are a few Nigerians who still below 40 have sacrificed their time, resources to encourage the youth to become great leaders. The Future Awards Africa Prize for Service to the Young People. This award is given to who has donated time and money to helping the youth across the country. Here are the nominees.
The Future Awards Africa Prize for Service to Young People: Mosumola Mo Abudu, Don Jazzy, Lola Shoneng, Bankole Bankidabu Wellington, Olajumoke Adenowo,
Pastor Sam Adeyemi, Aisha Yusufu.
With that done, we're going to move to a major category. But before that, let me find out from you. Let me start with you. You are our guest. How would you describe 2020 for you?
such a hard question. 2020 has been a self-reflecting year. It's been a tough one.
Yeah.
And aside working from home, even though working from home has been a part of us as a company, right? But you have to you're not working from home. You're it's not the other way around, because your house is still your workstation. So it was very, very difficult for me at the start. And then even, I thought I wouldn't be able to achieve a lot, even during the lockdown. And I was able to start one or two things I've always wanted to do for years. You remember when you talked about
having time to do what they have to do, yeah.
That really favored me.
Yeah.
So.
That's very interesting, and I like the fact that it's been a year of self-reflection for you. What about you?
What about you?
What about you?
You,
Unko.
How's your year?
Well, you tell me yours and I'll tell you mine.
Okay, 2020 has been a mix of both worlds. I mean, it's been good. I've had the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah. I wanted to say, I actually lost someone this year, someone that was really dear to me, and I think that was the bad, the ugly, and the ugliest, and the most annoying of part of the year. Wow. Aside the person I lost, who was very dear to me, I think 2020 was a good year. I feel like God made up for all of that loss with lots of blessings, and it's been a really good year. I'm still discovering myself. I feel like this year has shown me that I can do much more than I can actually think or imagine. So I think it's been really good.
Awesome. I think my year is basically
you can't use that line.
What
you
you
can't
all
use that
have
line.
just
No, we've not said it all.
But yes, it's also been an amazing one for me. Even though we are going through a lot of things at the same time, I've had to transition this year. I've seen growth. I'm still witnessing that growth. It's been phenomenal, and I know it's going to get better. Of course, there's been the blessings. There's also been an eye-opener. You know,
exactly.
It's actually been like a revelation for us. When it got to a point, I thought that 2020 was like a season finale, you know, where everything is happening and coming together at the same time, the good, the bad, as you rightly said, the ugly. But through that, I realized that it's not just a saying that there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a cliche, actually. There's actually a light at the end of the tunnel. So I'll just encourage all of us. I know it's been a very terrible year, but let's keep focusing, let's keep pushing, and we're praying for more blessings. Yeah, yeah. So that's how for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So moving on, are you ready to announce the next set of nominees?
Yes, I am.
Over to you.
Over to you.
All right, to announce the biggest category nominees
We
for...
need to make noise for that one.
I'm telling you. And cut.
Cut.
Action.
Okay, action. All right. So the nominees for the biggest category for 2020, the Future Awards Africa Prize for Young Person of the Year are...
The Future Award Africa Prize for Young Person of the Year, Odunayo Eweni, 27, Nigeria. Shamim Nabuma Kalisa, 24, Uganda. Ogutu Okudo, 28, Kenya. Opleru Grabe, 22, Ivory Coast. Wisdom Mawuli Paku, 26, Ghana. Divine Rema Ikubo, 21, Nigeria. Denel Leoma, 28, South Africa.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. Many thanks to you, our viewer, for watching. Set your reminders. Join us at the virtual awards come 28th of November 2020. Feel free to check the profile of nominees on awards.thefutureafrica.com. Don't forget to use the hashtag #TheFutureAfrica and the hashtag TFAA15 on all social media platforms.
And on that high note of inspiration and a call for you to join us by saying your time is up, our time is now, by taking action for self and country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our show. It's the Future Awards Africa 2020 nominee unveiling. My name is Della Michelle, and I did this with
Tomike Adeoye, and see you at the Future Awards 2020.
See you there.
Bye.
Bye.